guys, what up and welcome back. Happy Saturday. So your girl has another foundation for you today. Okay, so what happened was I went to the Shiseido website to re-up on my skincare. You guys don't even understand how, since most of my skincare is now Shiseido, my skin has just like flourished. Japanese skincare is a top tier, friends. Anyway, so I went to replenish my skincare and also to pick up 2 new items that, well, they're not like new to the market. Wait, why am I talking about skincare? Anywho, I went to the Shiseido website to pick up some stuff, and then I realized that Shiseido has a new foundation out. So it is also a part of the Synchro Skin line, but this one is a radiant finish, friends. So all of the dewy girls should be pretty happy about that. So there is a new foundation, and then there is also a new mattifying primer that goes along with it. What is it, mattifying? No, it says soft blurring primer. So there's a new blurring primer, and then there is a new foundation. So we're going to take a look at these today. So if you want to see that, stick around. All right, so let me give you a little bit of detail about this primer. Wait. Oh, okay, so here's what we're doing. We're doing a 3-day wear test. I'm going to use the Shiseido primer that came with the foundation first. Then I'm not sure what I'm going to use the following day. Maybe I'll use the NYX, wait, is it NYX? No, the e.l.f. primer, because like I said, I don't really trust the Milk Makeup primer anymore. So we need to transition into something else. So yeah, I will try it with that, and then on day 3 I will do no primer as per usual. So let me give you some information about the Soft Skin Blurring Primer. It is $36 and you get 1 full ounce of product. It is a water-based primer that uses advanced light diffusion technology to refine the appearance of pores, erase excess shine, and blur imperfections for a soft focus finish. So this is the bottle that it comes in. It really feels really light, and I had put it on my hand yesterday, and it is a skincare looking type primer. The spout is really long. I don't know what's up with that, but I put it on my hand, like I said yesterday, tried it, and it is quite skincare-y, which I'm okay with. This is what it looks like. It's pure white, and then when you put it on, it disappears just like the Gucci one. So I don't know about blurring. You guys can tell me. Usually that's not like apparent in real life, honestly. But you guys can tell me what it looks like in the comment section. But I do notice like an instantly mattifying effect. So yeah, let me know. Now on to, now on to the foundation. So the foundation comes in 40 shades, just like the Synchro Skin Self-Refreshing foundation that I had tried. I will put the link to that one also in the description box. The Synchro Skin Self-Refreshing foundation came in a frosted glass bottle with a twist top. This one is a clear glass bottle, also with a twist top. And I had gotten the shade 420 Bronze in the original Synchro Skin foundation. I decided to go ahead and get 2 shades darker in this one. I got the shade Amber, which looks like this instead, because I noticed that the descriptions in the original Synchro Skin foundation were not quite correct. So Amber is described in this as a, I forgot what it's described as, Jesus. But Amber was described, I believe, as like a neutral, or I don't remember, but it wasn't something that was supposed to match my skin tone. However, I had seen Tammy Clark date demo a couple of the shades for the original Sinker Skin, and when she put Amber on her face, I was like, oh, maybe that's my shade. Not that bronze wasn't my shade, like it was a little bit yellow, but true to claims, the Sinker Skin foundation actually goes on and kind of adapts to your skin. Now, the only thing that I'm a little bit worried about with this is that it may be neutral. And also, when Tammy had put it on, it oxidized really badly. So I'm a little bit worried that this is going to do that also. But I still think this is a better color for me than bronze was, which is why I went ahead and I got it instead of bronze. But anyway, what it says, a weightless medium to full buildable coverage foundation that uses light adjusting technology to visibly lift, refine, and smooth for a luminous finish in any light. All right, so let's just go ahead and try this bad boy, shall we? Like I said, when Tammy put it on, it looked really orange on screen, and I was like, oh, that looks like my shade, because, you know, your girl's orange, so. This is what my face looks like. I'm gonna finish the rest off camera, and then I will come back and, you know, we could talk. Yeah. Okay, guys, I just wanted to come back not real quick. Let's just do this. So, the original Amber is described as a golden with a slightly olive tone for rich tan skin. And then it says golden undertone, which is weird. But however, this in true fashion, this is giving me olive undertones or overtones, whatever, which is fine. Honestly, the way how I wasn't even, oh, and as you guys can tell, it does oxidize. The way I wasn't like on board with the original foundation, and not even like not on board with it, I was just very like ambivalent about it in general. I am absolutely not ambivalent about this one. Jesus, that's way too much. I'm about to lose my mind right now. Hold on. Let me fix that shit real quick. Yeah, like I was saying, so the way that I was like really ambivalent about the original foundation, I am not at all ambivalent about this one. I actually really like this foundation. I don't know what the difference is, because you guys know that I don't particularly care for a dewy finish, and I wouldn't really actually consider this a dewy finish. It's a very luminous finish, but it is so pretty, and the color is wrong, and I don't care. There's just something about this foundation that's like making me very happy right now, and I don't know what it is. But give me a second and I'll be right back and we could talk some more. Okay, so this is one of the few times where I actually bring my concealer down enough. Like, I'm not really the kind of overly bright girl, but this foundation is dark. It oxidizes darker, so that was kind of sort of necessary. Yo, I'm not mad at this foundation at all. This is a really nice luminous matte finish. As far as I can see so far, it's not getting into acne marks. Well, it's not exacerbating acne marks. And medium coverage for sure. I used 2 pumps and I still have this much left on the Ghetto mixing palette. I'm gonna just powder with the By Terry powder, because it is a luminous foundation, and you guys know that don't do well on my skin. But I don't know, man. There's something about this foundation. It spreads so nicely. Oh my goodness. Like, it just glides on. It just like really, really glides on like butter. It covers really, really well. I like it. Like, You remember how, like, I was really kind of ambivalent about the other one? Like, I was just like, I don't know. But this one, straight out the gate, I'm just like, yes, okay, I'm here for this. But yeah, this is what we have so far. We're going to be doing a wear test, like I said, and it is 11:45 a.m. in the morning. This is what my face looks like. And it's quite nice if I do say so myself. This is just so gorgeous. Like, I literally did not know that Shiseido had a new foundation out. I don't think anybody knew either because I haven't seen it, you know, on the airwaves, and it is not at Sephora as yet. So, all right, guys, 11:45. This is what my face looks like. I will see you back here later. Bye-bye. So this is the new Shiseido Synchro Skin foundation. The, what is it called again? The Radiant Lift. And oh my god, she is really that girl. Hey guys, what up? Welcome back. It is now 5:48 p.m. So I have basically been wearing this foundation for almost 6 hours on the dot, 6 hours and 3 minutes, and this is what we look like. So I think it held up pretty well, considering that it is a radiant foundation with you know, a foundation with a radiant finish. That means that it's dewy, luminous, all that good jazz. And I have combination oily skin. I am a little bit oily in my forehead area, not anything special, but I'm very oily in my U-zone, which is the area that gets oily regardless of what foundation I'm wearing. It's still dry, like right here. Well, not dry, but it's not oily here. It still hasn't gotten into any of my acne marks, other than where it's obviously showing because of the increased oiliness in my U-zone. It's gone from my nose because, yeah, it's always going to be gone from my nose. But it's still pretty much perfect everywhere else, and I am a fan. So it did oxidize before we left here this morning, if you remember correctly, but it's obvious that with proper under eye highlighting and powdering that it doesn't look bad. So I actually really like this foundation quite a bit, which I find really weird because the other foundation is geared more towards my skin type, and I didn't really like it. I think I probably didn't like it because I got the wrong shade. I think maybe if I got the proper shade, and I would probably get this shade again, that I may like it better. And I kind of sort of want to test that theory out, but I'm not going to because that's, I may actually do it. I may actually do it, friends. I may actually do it. But anyway, this is what my face looks like. I still can't feel it on my skin. It is just a beautiful foundation. The finish is gorgeous. It looks really radiant and healthy, but it doesn't look cakey. And it's just, wow. I don't know though if the foundation, if the primer that I used this morning had anything to do with the way that it's lasting. It might. Tomorrow I'm going to use it with a mattifying. Like I said, I don't know if the primer that I use, my camera keeps cutting off, it keeps stopping. I don't know if the primer that I use has anything to do with how well it's lasted, but tomorrow I'm going to actually use it with a mattifying primer and see how well it works with a mattifying primer. And then for the third day I will do no primer and see how it does on my bare skin, which I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not looking forward to, because luminous, dewy, radiant type foundations do not do well on my combination oily skin bare. They just really don't. So not looking forward to that at all. But yeah, guys. Oh, 30 shades, $47. I forgot to say that too. You know, this morning I was just like so enamored with the foundation that I forgot everything. So yeah, 30 shades, $40. Really nice undertones. Well, undertones could be better actually, but really good range of shades, I believe. That's my belief. I could be wrong, but yeah, it's not bad. I really like what's happening here, and I will see you back here in a couple of seconds for day number 2. Bye. Hey guys, what up, and welcome back to day number 2 of wear testing the new Shiseido Synchro Skin Radiant Lifting Foundation. Today we are going to be doing a mattifying primer, and the mattifying primer that I'm using is the Beige Beauty Changemaker mattifying primer. I've already put it on in the spirit of expediency as per usual, and I do have a pump and a half of the foundation on the Ghetto mixing palette. We're just gonna go right into this right now. All right, here we have it. One side of my face with the foundation, the other side without. Full disclosure, I am not a huge fan of the Fenty Beauty Changemaker mattifying primer. It has on occasion turned a couple of my foundations gray. Not sure why it does that. Otherwise, it's a good foundation. What else? So the finish pretty much looks the same as it did yesterday. It is a little bit more matte than it was yesterday, which is not a terrible thing for me, considering, you know, my skin type is combination oily. Let me finish the rest of my face and then I will be right back. All right, guys, here I am back. My entire face is done. I did do a couple of different things today. I did bronze the perimeter of my face with the Givenchy powder, and I'm noticing that it's still not getting into any lines or anything like that, or, you know, exacerbating acne marks or anything like that. However, it does look slightly gray, which it didn't neutral gray like it didn't look yesterday. Yesterday it just looked more olive, and I think that probably has something to do, like I said, with the primer. The primer sometimes does change, turn my foundations gray. I don't know why I've kept it. So now I'm just gonna go in with the by Terry powder and set my face. And you can immediately see the difference with the peach powder versus, right? This is why I bought a peach powder, you guys. This is why. All right, guys, so this is what my entire face looks like, and I think it looks really, really good. I'm digging it. Hopefully this will hold up somewhat longer than yesterday. And if it doesn't, that's okay, because, you know, once again, it is a radiant foundation and I am combination oily. So hopefully using a mattifying primer will extend the wear a little bit. If not, not a big deal. It lasted, what, 6 hours yesterday pretty well, especially considering that it was under a mask for a couple of those hours. Was it a couple of those hours or was it like 1 or 2? I don't remember. And it's probably going to be under a mask again today, not for very long though, probably less than a half an hour. But this is what we look like. Kind of like it. Well, more than kind of. I do like it. Still, some of the radiance is still coming through, even with the matte primer and under the setting powder. Some of the radiance is still coming through, which is a good thing. I just don't like ultra radiant. You guys know that. But yeah, guys, this is what my face looks like. And it is now 10 minutes past 10 in the morning, and I will be back here later on. Hey friends, what up? Welcome back to the end of day number 2 of wear testing the Shiseido. The Shiseido Radiant Girl, okay. So, welcome back to day number 2, the end of day number 2 of wear testing the Shiseido Radiant Lifting Foundation. This is what my face looks like. It is now a little bit after 4, yep. It is 4:16, and I left here at a little bit after 10 this morning, I think 10:10 this morning. So I've been wearing this foundation for a little over 6 hours, 6 hours and about 6 minutes. And this is what my face looks like. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I am a lot greasier today than I was yesterday, which I find all kinds of ironic considering that I used a mattifying primer. But 2 things. Number 1, this is one of the reasons why I don't really use mattifying primers, because I feel like sometimes they can actually make oily skin even oilier, simply because, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm really tired, so excuse me while I think So yeah, so they can make oily skin oilier because the skin feels like it's like parched or something, so it starts to produce oil, you know, to kind of hydrate the skin. So that's one reason why I don't like mattifying primers. Number two, the Beige Beauty mattifying primer is not a very good primer, which is one of the reasons why I almost never use it. But I could not find the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop mattifying primer. I don't know where I put it. If I could have found it, I would have used it this morning, but I just used what I had. Anyway, I am missing a patch right here. Like, yo, you don't even understand. I wasn't even doing anything today. I didn't actually go out anywhere, so I didn't wear a mask, and I'm oilier in my U-zone than I was yesterday. So the primer that comes with the foundation that's part of the Synchro Skin line seems to work very well with the foundation. This mattifying primer, maybe not so much. And once again, I think it's because I have combination oily skin and the foundation is a hydrating foundation coupled with the mattifying primer, which can actually make oily skin oilier. Although not for nothing, but I feel like I'm setting myself up tomorrow putting this on my bare skin, because not because I think it's going to break me out or anything like that, but because it is a radiant lifting foundation on my combination oily skin. And tomorrow is going to be a particularly long day because I have an 8-hour Zoom class that I have to do tomorrow, starting at 8:45 in the morning until I think something like 4 in the evening, 4:30 or something like that. So that should be interesting. Like, I am greasier than I was yesterday. My hyperpigmentation, well, not my hyperpigmentation, but my texture is a lot more pronounced today than it was yesterday. Once again, I'm going to chalk that up to the primer that I'm using. And it still hasn't gotten into any lines or anything like that, so on that count we're good. But I'm not feeling I'm really not feeling this getting greasy really quick because of the primer. I still really like the foundation, don't get me wrong. I really like the foundation. So yeah, 2 days down, 1 more to go. I'm feeling hopeful. All right, guys, thank you for joining me, and see you in a couple seconds for day number 3. is the end of the road for our friend, the Shiseido Radiant Lifting Foundation. I am very put together right now, surprisingly, right? Very surprising. It is 2 minutes past 4 in the evening. So what happened was I wound up having to retouch this because I think I told you guys that I've been on a Zoom call since, wait, what time? Oh, you want to hear something funny? So when I was putting the foundation on this morning, I was actually already on the Zoom call. I just had my mic and my camera turned off. So yeah, I was putting it on this morning when I applied the foundation. So I've been wearing the foundation since 8:59 in the morning. But I wound up having to retouch it for a couple of reasons. One, I don't know if it's the powder that I used, but I promise you the foundation oxidized probably about 3 shades darker than me. So that wasn't good. And then it started to break down almost immediately, which is not something I wasn't expecting. Like I said, I have combination oily skin. It is a radiant foundation. I was expecting that, which is why I used the powder. What I should have used was Kunefa instead of the Black Up powder that I use. And also, I found my skin starting to like really itch because of the Black Up powder. So what I did was I went in the bathroom at around 11:30 and I washed my face and I put the foundation back on, put on finishing powder, and this is what we have. It's looking a little bit neutral right now, I believe. But yeah, it still looks good. I don't have on any primer or anything. This is just it on bare skin. So if we're gonna count from 11 o'clock till 4, that's about what, 5 hours and another 6 hours. So yeah, that sounds about right. 5 or 6 hours. So this is what it looks like after 5 or 6 hours with no primer on my bare skin and powdered. And I don't think it's bad. But yeah, a whole lot of things happened today because even before I took the foundation off, I ran out and I didn't know that it was raining. So, I got wet, my face got wet. And like I said, I don't know if it's the powder, if it was the powder. I'm going to assume that it was the powder because the same things that were happening this morning aren't happening on my face now. So I found that with the addition of the powder, the foundation just kind of got into all of my acne marks quite quickly. It broke down very quickly, like right here. And it just looked overall gross. It kind of aged me, you know what I mean? And it wasn't cute. It wasn't cute. So when I got a break, I took the opportunity to wash my face. And I wasn't going to put the foundation back on, but something said, just go ahead and try it again, see what happens without the powder underneath it. And this is what it looks like. Yeah. I think it looks pretty decent. Now, what do I think about this foundation? In general, I really like this foundation. I also really like the primer. I think that for me, this is a better foundation, which is so weird, and I'm gonna keep saying that because it is. It's such a much better foundation for me than the original, which is odd because the original is made more for my skin type than a radiant foundation, but I like it better. Once again, maybe I like it better because I like the color better. I don't know. The color is better for me, I do believe, even though it kind of starts off neutral and it's a little bit olivey. Eventually it comes around and it looks really good on me. So I'm a fan of it. I am a fan of it. And also I'm a fan of the fact that because it's this color, if I wanted to, I'm not going to because I'm not going to be able to. If I wanted to, this foundation could take me from, winter, cold months to summer because of the color. Now, am I going to get the Synchro Skin self-refreshing foundation and try to see if that'll work for me as well in that color? Probably, because I do stuff like that. So that is a definite possibility. However, this foundation is bomb. I'm here for it. It is a beautiful foundation. It looks great on the skin. It applies well. It lasts really well considering that it's a radiant foundation on combination oily skin. What else? The undertones, descriptions for the undertones could be better. They could add probably 10 more shades, but so far it's, you know, this is kind of a huge deal for Shiseido. You know, the funny thing about Shiseido is, like I told you guys when I did the first video, I've always used Shiseido. I love their products. I was first introduced to them in New York because there's a store in Chinatown that you can go. It's like an outlet store. You can go there and get a lot of their products for like dirt cheap. But Shiseido, when it came to like their complexion products, didn't have anything for anyone that was darker than maybe, you know, fair, maybe light. And then they said a couple of years ago, you know, we're going to try to expand more into the American market, and so we're going to revamp. And that's exactly what they did. And if they're doing it like this, I don't understand why companies that are American brands can't do the same thing. This is a Japanese company. They didn't just like give us 6 shades and then tack 2 dark ones on at the end and said, here you go, that's our expansion. No, they gave us 30 shades of a foundation and they added gradients to the foundation. And then they did it again with a different type of foundation. So if they can do it, anyone can do it. So I really applaud them for that, because like they literally put their money where their mouth is. And that's, you know, that's a big deal, especially from a company whose skincare I use quite a bit of. So I'm digging this foundation. I'm going to try the other one and I will upload the video for you guys to see it. But as of right now, if you were thinking of getting the new Shiseido Synchro Skin Radiant Lifting Foundation, which is not technically new, it is a revamp of an old foundation, you would not be remiss in trying it. Also, the primer is bomb. I love that primer. I think I may have found my forever primer. So try the primer as well. But yeah, guys, that is all. Hope you guys enjoyed this. And as usual, it's been real, it's been fun, and I'll see you guys in the next one.